Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. This is Mahfuza Akhtar with you, Assistant Professor of English, Kustia City College, Kustia. My dear learners, welcome everybody. Guardians who are with me, actually who enjoy my classes, actually who attend classes, who encourages me, who inspired me. And I also give thanks to Chatpur Online School. They encourages me much. Okay, so my dear learners, last classes I discussed on passage narrations with adding many sentences. Okay, actually I think you have done the homework, you have completed the homework. Okay, you have finished the homework. Okay, my dear learners, I think you have got the point, you have benefited. You know that online class, it's a great opportunity. Actually, I really thanks to ATY. Actually, ATY has taken such a lot good steps. Okay, and we are teacher, we are very much helpful, and we always try to help ATY. And in this way, I am an ambassador of ATY. In this way, this is my duty to help my student, to benefit my students. Okay, so my dear learners, I think my dear students, you are benefited. You will be benefited from my classes. Okay, and I also give thanks to you being stay with me. Okay, so my dear learners, I will today discuss on the topics of passage narrations again, and actually I haven't yet completed passage narration. Today I would like to the rules of vocative case. Actually, what is vocative case? Actually, how to use as vocative case in passage narrations, and actually how to solve direct to indirect speech. Okay, so my dear learners, before going to start our class, actually do you hear me or do you see me? Do you actually sound system and visualization, all things are clear or not? Actually please ensure me. And if you have any problem in corona situations, actually online classes are very much benefited. It is very much fruitful for our learners. Okay, so my dear learners, I again request you, please stay with us, please watch our classes and comment us. Okay, if you have any problems, I will solve your problems. Okay, so that's why, my dear learners, it is my duty to do something for you. In this way I am taking classes. Okay, please share the class. Okay, my dear learners, as it will be turned into a larger classrooms. Okay, so my dear learners, I am checking actually sound system and visualization, is everything okay or not? Okay, I think sound system and visualization, all things are clear. Actually, if you find any subject topics related, any questions you have, please comment me. I think I will try my level best. Actually, it's my little effort to do something for you better. And in this way, my dear learners, if you want to help me, I think you will be benefited. Okay, so my dear learners, I am sharing the class with my groups. Okay, those actually who are related, actually the learners who are joining with us, actually I am also sharing the class. I think you can also share the class. Okay, actually the students who are intermediate first year and those who are second year, all students would be benefited. Okay, and also would be benefited actually those who are advanced learner. This class is also for them, actually who are going to participate university admission exams. Also they will also be benefited, my dear learners. So my dear learners, please stay with me. I am sharing the class with my students as well as all the learners will see the class. Okay, my dear learners, let's get started our today's session, today's live class. Okay, and I think this class would be very much beneficial. Okay, so before going to our class, actually before going to our class, actually we should have to know what is case. Okay, actually how many kinds of case. Actually today our discussion topics is vocative case. Okay, and vocative case, actually vocative case bolte মানে সেন্টেন্সে actually আমরা কথা বলার সময় বলি যে when we speak with each other we call names. Okay, we remember with their names. Okay, as example, Hamid, come in, or Karim, do you get the homeworks? Or brothers, where are you going? Actually this is the addression. Okay, this is the addressing. Okay, my dear learners, this is called address with a name. Okay, address with a name. আমরা কাউকে কোনো সময় কথা বলার সময় কারোর নাম ধরে ডাকি বা কাউকে নাম ধরে কোনো কিছু সম্বোধন করি। Actually this expression, এই যে নাম ধরে যে expression, this expression is called vocative case. Okay, my dear learners, অর্থাৎ কোনো সেন্টেন্সে কারোর নাম ধরে কোনো কিছু বলে সম্বোধন করা। অ্যাড্রেসেস করিম, রহিম, as example, Karim, how are you? Okay, my dear learners, this is the sentence, please follow. This is the sentence. Here we find Karim, how are you? Actually someone or somebody addresses Karim and asks some questions. Karim, how are you? Karim, তুমি কেমন আছো? Actually this Karim, actually we call them or we remember with name. This remember with name is called vocative case. Okay, my dear learners, vocative case. Actually we know that cases are of 4 kinds. Okay, cases are of 4 kinds. Number 1 is subjective case. Subjective case. Okay, number 2, objective case. Okay, and number 3, possessive case. What is possessive case? Okay, my dear learners, possessive case. Possessive case. And then what? Vocative case. Then vocative case. This is called vocative case. Okay, so my dear learners, so we know actually we can call vocative case as case of aggressions. Okay, vocative case is also called as a case of aggressions. Okay, my dear learners, vocative case is also called case of aggressions. Okay, okay, so my dear learners, vocative case is very important in English second part passage narrations. You know that passage narration in our intermediate SSC levels, actually students are very much exhausted, feel boring. Actually, ma'am, we can't how to solve passage narrations. Actually in these topics, actually they feel much more hesitations. And when I conduct class in my classes, okay, in my college, actually there we find, actually if I told them actually which topics today you would like to know, so they always requested me, ma'am, please take class about narrations, take class of narrations. Okay, actually narration তাদের সমস্যা কাজে my dear learners, passage narration is also very problematic and it's a problem for our students. So in this way, this is my little efforts to benefit you. Okay, so this is called vocative case. Actually we have learned about vocative case. Actually in any assertion or in any narrations, actually if someone or somebody called you or remember your names by your name, okay, this is called vocative case. অর্থাৎ বাংলাতে যেটা বলা হয় কোনো সেন্টেন্সের মধ্যে কাউকে নাম ধরে কোনো কিছু বলা, যেমন আমি আমার কলেজের একজন স্টুডেন্ট রাব্বি, সে খুব ক্লাসে, হি ওয়াজ ভেরি মাচ পাঞ্চুয়াল টু হিজ ক্লাসেস। ইফ আই সে রাব্বি ডু ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড মাই ক্লাস, এই যে বলছি রাব্বি ডু ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড মাই ক্লাস, ওকে, ডু ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড মাই ক্লাস, my dear learners? Rabbi, do you understand my class? So this is vocative case. This Rabbi is vocative case. আমি এখানে রাব্বি কে নাম ধরে রাখছি. This is called vocative case. Okay, my dear learners? This is called case of accretions. Okay. So my dear learners, so we have got 4 types of vocative case. Those are subjective case, objective case, possessive case and vocative case. Possessive case and vocative case. Okay, so my dear learners, I am giving you some examples of vocative case. You know that vocative case are of 2 kinds. There are 2 types of vocative case. Okay, actually the vocative case which talks about relationships and the vocative case which don't talks about relationships. We don't understand. Actually, to see the vocative case, to see the sentence, we don't understand. Is it father-son's relationships? Is it mother, okay, mother or daughter's relationships? Okay, is it মানে এগুলো আমরা বুঝতে পারি না যে চাচা ভাতিজার সম্পর্ক নাকি বন্ধুর সাথে সম্পর্ক না ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে সম্পর্ক, এই যে বিষয়গুলো actually we don't understand actually what is the definite relations. Okay, so my dear learners, actually vocative case, there we find 2 types of sentences: vocative case with relationships and sentence with relationships and the sentence with no relationships. Okay, my dear learners, I am going to give you some examples. Actually there we find the vocative case and actually there we find the addressing actually has no relationships and with relationships. Actually first example, Ma, I need some money. Okay, Ma, I need some money. Okay, please follow the sentence. Ma, I need some money. তার মানে মায়ের সাথে সন্তানের, ওকে, মায়ের সাথে সন্তানের রিলেশনস, ওকে, son and daughters relations with his or her mother. Okay, son and daughters relationship with his or her mother. যেমন এখানে if we can transfer it into narrations, okay, he told her, okay, Ma, I need some money. Okay, my dear learners, do you get the point? Are you clear? Actually I will thanks everybody. Actually those who are watching class, please be patient. I think you after finishing the class you will get much more knowledge and you will get crystal clear informations about vocative case and rules of passage narrations. Okay, my dear learners, so Ma, I need some money. Okay, here we find he told her or she told her. Okay, it could be she told her or he told her. Okay, এখানে মা ছেলে সম্পর্ক হতে পারে বা মা মেয়ের সম্পর্ক হতে পারে. Okay, she or he. Okay, then I comes another sentences. May I come in, sir? May I come in, sir? Okay, may I come in, sir? Here we also find sir. This is also the vocative case. Actually student-teacher relationships. In these sentences we find we got the point. What we got the point? In vocative case there are 2 types. First type is there we find the relationships. Actually, may I come in, sir? May I come in, sir? There we find the student and teacher relationships. Student may be he or she. Actually here we find the student-teacher relationships. So here we find the vocative case with relations. These sentences refers vocative case with relations. My dear students, actually if you don't understand, please try, actually please comment me, please ask me questions, I will ask. Okay, again. Okay, my dear learners, and next sentence, friends. we must stay together. This is also vocative case. Here we find the relationships, okay? Friends, বন্ধুর সাথে সম্পর্ক, সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা friends. কিন্তু I am going to give you another example. Rana, you should take balanced diet, okay? Okay, you should take balanced diet. সুষম খাদ্য নিতে হবে. So my dear learners, there in 3 sentences we find the relationship, but these sentences actually Rana, actually আমি আগে বলেছি যে where in any sentences if anyone or anybody or somebody addresses someone with name, this is called vocative case. So Rana is also vocative case, ma is vocative case, sir vocative case. But in vocative case there we find, or we got the point, there are 2 types of sentences are here, and these sentences vocative case with relationships, and some sentences we see vocative case with no relationships. My dear learners, এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করি Rana, you should take balanced diet. In these sentences we don't find any relationship. Okay, চাচা ভাতিজা না বাবা সন্তান, কে এখানে কে বলছে, বা শ্বশুর জামাই, কি ধরনের রিলেশন এখানে হচ্ছে, এখানে কিন্তু we don't get the definite point. Actually Rana, you should take balanced diet, actually this is not expresses the relationships. But ma, I need some money, mother or son's relationships, or mother or daughter's relationships. Here we find the mother and daughter's relationships, but in these sentences we don't find any relationships. No definite relationships are there. Okay, my dear learners, so I think you have understood what is vocative case. And vocative case, in vocative case এখানে আমরা যে সেন্টেন্স গুলো দেখলাম যে he told her ma I need some money, so ma এখানে মা বলতে এখানে রিলেশন. Okay, so my dear learners, I think you have understood vocative case. Okay, then I am going to the passage narration rules with vocative case. Actually you have got the informations about vocative case, actually how vocative case used in a sentence. So when somebody or someone addresses by your name, okay, someone's name, this is called vocative case. But my dear learners, I am going to the changes of vocative case narrations. Actually when vocative case refers with no relationships, okay, vocative case with no relationships, vocative case with relationships. Okay, actually in vocative case sentence, in passage narration we find 2 types of sentences, vocative case with relationships and vocative case with no relationships. Okay, so my dear learners, here you find that if we find vocative case with relationships, sorry, আমরা জানি if we say vocative case, actually vocative case refers with no relationships, reporting verbs অ্যাকচুয়ালি যখন আমরা প্যাসেজ ন্যারেশনে ভকেটিভ কেস কোনো রিলেশন বোঝাবে না, সেক্ষেত্রে রিপোর্টিং ভার্বের অবজেক্টের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা ভকেটিভ কেসকে রিপোর্টিং ভার্বের অবজেক্ট ধরে নিতে হবে, But when vocative case refers with relationships, in this way actually we have to use addressing as, okay? We have to use addressing as, okay? Plus vocative case, okay? Addressing as plus vocative case. But when we don't find in narrations actually vocative case with no relationships, in this way actually we have to use the reporting verb. Actually আমরা reporting verb হিসেবে reporting verb-এর object হিসেবে আমরা কি করব, vocative case-কে ধরে নিব। এক্ষেত্রে আমাদের যে স্পেশাল there would be special reporting verb সেটাকে আমরা বাদ দিয়ে দেব, এবং সেক্ষেত্রে ভকেটিভ কেসটাকে রিপোর্টিং ভার্বের অবজেক্ট হিসেবে আমাদেরকে কি করতে হবে, ধরে নিতে হবে। আর যেখানে আমাদের ভকেটিভ কেস রিলেশনশিপ বোঝাচ্ছে, ইন দিস সেন্টেন্সেস উই হ্যাভ টু ইউজ অ্যাড্রেসিং অ্যাজ প্লাস ভকেটিভ কেস, ওকে? ইন দিস টু ওয়েজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি মাই ডিয়ার লার্নার্স উই হ্যাভ টু ইউজ, ওকে? সো মাই ডিয়ার লার্নার্স, আই অ্যাম গিভিং সাম এক্সাম্পল. He told me, Rana, you need to help me. Okay? My dear learners, follow this sentence. He told me, Rana, you need to help me. Okay, these sentences. Please follow these sentences. What would be the rules? I have again said, I already said that in vocative case actually the which will not means the relationships. Actually in this sentence is Rana, you need to help me. Actually we don't find any relationships. We don't find any definite relationships, okay? So in this way we have to use he told me Rana, okay? So এখানে আমরা বলেছি যে সেন্টেন্সে ভকেটিভ কেসের ক্ষেত্রে ভকেটিভ কেসে যে অ্যাসারশন বা ভকেটিভ কেসটা দেখে বুঝতে পারছি না যে এখানে হি টোল্ড মি তার সাথে তার কি সম্পর্ক, বাবা বা ছেলের সম্পর্ক, নাকি চাচা ভাতিজার সম্পর্ক, নাকি শ্বশুর জামাইয়ের সম্পর্ক। উই ডোন্ট আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দ্য ডিফারেন্ট রিলেশনশিপস, ওকে? সো এক্ষেত্রে আমরা ভকেটিভ কেসটাকে দিস রানা, এই রানাটাকে আমরা কি করব, রিপোর্টিং ভার্বের অবজেক্ট হচ্ছে মি, ওকে? ইউ নো দ্যাট ইন ডিরেক্ট ন্যারেশনস actually we find reporting verb objects, okay? And you see in reporting verb direct speech subject is he and me is the reporting verb object, me is the object of the reporting verb, and Rana is also vocative case. So we don't find any relationship. এখানে যেহেতু আমরা কোনো রিলেশনশিপস দেখতে পাচ্ছি না, সেক্ষেত্রে he told Rana, okay? Actually this would be the reporting verbs object. Me এখানে হবে না, সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা রানাকে এখানে instead of me we have to use the vocative case. He told Rana. Are you clear, my dear learners? He told Rana, okay? He told Rana that. It is assertive sentence, so we have to use that, okay? You কাকে ফলো করছে, second person, me, okay? So I needed he object Rana, so he needed to help me. Actually me কাকে ফলো করছে, he কে ফলো করছে, he needed to help him, okay my dear learners? So when in direct narrations actually if we find vocative case with no relationships. Vocative case দেখে যদি কোনো relationship বোঝা না যায়, in this way we have to use the vocative case as the reporting verbs object. Okay, we have to use vocative case as the reporting verbs object. So here we find he told Rana. Actually this is the object, but we don't use this object. We have to use this object, this vocative case. So he told Rana that he needed to help him. Okay, my dear learners. So this is the sentence actually with no relationships, vocative case with no relationships. He told me, Shumon, he told me, Shumon, I will go with you. Okay, my dear learners, this is also the sentence, and here we also find the vocative case. So we have to use vocative case as the object of the reporting verbs, as these sentences don't find any relationship, don't have any relationships with Shumon and he. Okay, Shumon এবং আমার মধ্যে কোনো relation নাই. Actually there is no father or son relationships or student teacher relationships. Actually there is no definite relationships are here. So in the same way, actually according to the before sentences, actually he told Shumon, আমরা সুমনটা হচ্ছে vocative case, এটাকে reporting verb এর object হিসেবে ধরেছি. He told Shumon that subject will follow he would go with you, Shumon, him. Okay, my dear learners, I think you have understood the sentence based narrations with vocative case, actually rules of passage narrations with vocative case, actually how to use vocative case. But if there have any existence of relations, if we find any existence of relations, and in this case actually how to use the sentence. Okay, যেমন he told me brother. Okay, brother, he told me brother, ভাইয়ের সাথে ভাইয়ের সম্পর্ক. He told me brother. Okay, I will go with you. Okay, I am writing down the sentence. He told me brother. Okay, brother, I will go with you. I will go with you. Okay, my dear learners, this is the sentence. I will go with you. আমি কি যেতে পারি? He told me brothers. সে ভাইকে বলছে. In these sentences we find the definite relationships are here. Okay, my dear learners, my dear students, here we find the relationships. Okay, here we find the relationships. So in this case, how to use vocative case? Actually we have to use addressing as. Okay, addressing as brother. Addressing as brother. Okay, my dear learners, addressing as brother. He told me, addressing as brother, he told me that this is the assertive sentence, so we have to convert it to assertive sentence. Okay, actually in assertive sentence between the two species, actually direct speech or indirect, reporting verb and reported speech, between these two them, actually we have to use that. Okay, so addressing as brother, he told me that I will follow subject. Okay, so he will convert it to would. Okay, go. After would we have to use modal auxiliary, so we have to use present form. Okay, after modal auxiliary, my dear learners, I have taken some classes about modal auxiliaries, and you know after would we have to use go with you. Okay, me. Okay, object will follow the, you will follow the object of the reporting verbs. Okay, first person will follow the subject of the reporting verb. Actually first person will follow the subject. Actually this is the subject and this is the object. Okay, actually we can't uses object of reporting verb as vocative case. Brother ke amra vocative case er, brother ke amra vocative case er object ব্যবহার করতে পারবো না, কারণ এখানে ভাইয়ের সাথে একটা ভাই রিলেশনশিপস আছে, ব্রাদার্স। সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা অ্যাড্রেসিং অ্যাজ brother, he told me that he would go with me. Okay, my dear learners, I think you have got clear-cut ideas about vocative changes of real narrations with vocative case. Then we are going to student-teacher relationships. Okay, actually he told me, sir, can you help me? We always say, sir, আমাদেরকে কি সাহায্য করবেন? Can you help me? In this type of sentence, actually, sir, স্যার আছে, আমরা এটার একটু বিস্তারিত নিয়ম আছে, তারপর আমরা এটাকে অ্যাড্রেসিং অ্যাজ দিয়েও করতে পারবো। ওকে, মাই ডিয়ার লার্নার্স, সো হিয়ার উই ফাইন্ড হি টোল্ড মি, স্যার। ওকে, স্যার, ক্যান ইউ হেল্প মি? ক্যান ইউ হেল্প মি? So my dear learners, please follow the sentence. Sir, student-teacher relationships. In these sentences we find student and teachers relationships. Actually this sir is the vocative case and here we find student-teacher. But আমরা জানি, we know sir থাকলে আমরা passage narration করার ক্ষেত্রে there are some changes. We can use some phrases. Okay, these phrases are respectfully, with respect, okay my dear learners, or politely. These words we can use. Okay, respectfully, with respect and politely. Instead of sir, from when we changes to direct to indirect narrations in passage narrations, we have to follow when we find the existence of this vocative case sir, we can transfer it into respectfully, with respect and politely. আমরা স্যারকে আমরা respectfully, with respect এবং politely we can change it. Okay my dear learners, so according to this point, actually we will done the rules of these narrations. Actually we can say, actually first addressing as sir, we can use in that way also. Addressing as it is vocative case, then we find the student-teacher relationship. So here we use addressing as sir, interrogative. Okay, he asked me. Actually this is the interrogative sentence narrations. So addressing as sir, he asked me. Okay, if actually yes no question sentence, we have to use if or whether. Okay my dear learners, it will be if or whether. Okay, if can you help me, this you will follow I. Okay, if I could, if I could help me will follow subject. Actually subject will, actually first person will follow the reporting verb subject and second person will follow the reporting verb's object. Okay, so here we find according to sir, addressing as sir, he asked me if I could help him. Actually me objective case, this will converted to also or objective case according to the subject of the reporting verbs. Okay, so my dear learners, another techniques I will apply. Addressing as sir, actually we can use addressing as sir or we can use respectfully politely, with respect. We can use these types, these phrases, these words. Okay, so he respectfully asked me. We can use like that. He respectfully, instead of sir, we can use he respectfully asked me, as it is interrogative sentence. If ... Okay, my dear learners, so if I could help him. Okay, he respectfully asked him if I could help him. Okay, my dear learners, so here we find the vocative case. When vocative case refers the understand the relationships, and in this way we have to use addressing as, and instead of sir we have to use politely, respectfully. Yes, sir. Okay, my dear learners, so I have already completed vocative rules of passage narration with vocative case. Okay, so my dear learners, then I am going to another rules. If passage narrations, here we find thank you, congratulations. In this thank you, congratulations. Congratulations. If in the passage narration, if we find the existence of thank you and congratulations, and in this type of sentence, actually we find subject plus reporting verbs plus object. Okay, thanks. Class, let's see. Thanks or thank you. Okay, thank or thank you. So my dear learners, here we find in this type, actually এভাবে থাকবে thank you. Here if we find thank you, so we have to use subject so we have to subject plus thank plus object. Actually when we transform it into direct speech to indirect speech, we have to use subject plus thank plus object. Okay, my dear learners, and if in the reporting is if in the direct narrations, here we find subject plus reporting verb plus object, congratulations. Okay, if there we find congratulations, thank you. Okay, this type. So what would be the rules? Subject plus congratulated plus object. Okay, actually we can solve in this way. Actually reporting verb, if we find the existence of thank you and congratulations, and we have to use subject plus thank plus object. Okay, or if we find subject plus reporting verb plus object, after reporting verb if we find congratulations, actually we have to solve in this way, subject plus congratulated plus object. Okay, my dear learners, so I am coming to the examples of narrations with thank you and congratulations. Okay, and here we find Rana told me Rana told me class class Sorry, my dear learners. Okay. So, my dear learners, so Rana told me thanks. In this type of sentence, Rana told me thanks. Okay. Actually, we always thank anyone. Actually, in this way we thanks. Okay. Rana told me thanks. So how to solve? Actually, subject plus thanked plus object. So this is the direct speech. Okay. And how to solve the indirect speech? Actually, Rana, we have to use Rana thanked me. Okay. Actually, this is the object. So we have to use in that way. Okay, my dear learners. So Rana thanked me. After thanks, if we find the extra part of the sentence, okay, thank you very much. Rana told me thank you very much. Okay. So how to solve? Rana told me thank you very much. Actually, we find after thanks, we find the extra part existed in the sentence. Thank you very much. So, my dear learners, actually this is the reporting direct narrations, reporting verb and reported of speech. Okay, this is the reported speech. So here we have to use Rana. Okay, actually when we transfer to direct speech to indirect speech, actually this is the reporting verb subject. So we have to use thank as the reporting verbs. Okay, we have to use it as a reporting verb. Thank would be the reporting verb. Okay, my dear learners. So Rana thanked. What would be? Rana thanked you very much. Okay, you will follow me. Actually, second person will follow the reporting verb object and first person will follow the reporting verb subject. So you is the second person, so it will follow the reporting verb object me. Rana thanked me very much. Okay, my dear learners, I have solved the class. Rana thanked me very much. Okay, so Rana told me. Here we don't find any extra part, but in these sentences, in these narrations, here we find Rana told me thank you very much, but thank you so much. Okay, Rana thanked me very much. Okay, and I am again coming with congratulations. Actually, when in the sentence congratulations are actually along used in the sentences, he told Samira congratulations. He told Samira congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. Actually, he told Samira congratulations. Samira ke congratulate korche. So actually in the same case, actually we have done it thank and thank you, and in actually similarly we have to use that he congratulated. Actually congratulation, this noun would be transferred to reporting verb. Okay, congratulated. congratulated. He congratulated who? This is the object. আমরা তাহলে object বসিয়ে দেব. He congratulated Samira. Okay? I think, my dear learners, you have understood. You will benefit it. And if we find with congratulation, there we find the extra part. Okay? So, he told Samira congratulations okay, congratulations for your success, for your success. Okay, so here we find after congratulations, there we find the extra part are existed in the sentence for your success. Okay, he told Samira congratulations for your success. So what can he do? He congratulated. Actually, this congratulation would be used as the reporting verb. Okay, congratulated. He congratulated Samira. Object will come Samira, and we will put actually extra part for your will follow Samira, her. Okay, your would be transferred to her, possessive case, her success. Okay, my dear learners, I think you are clear. Okay, for her success. Okay, my dear learners, now I am going to the practice. কুমিল্লা বোর্ড 2017 এবং ঢাকা বোর্ড 2016 সালে একটি প্র্যাকটিস নিয়ে আমি তোমাদের সামনে আমি এই প্র্যাকটিসের মাধ্যমে আমি আমার ক্লাসটি শেষ করব আজকে. My dear learners, today I will solve a passage narrations. Okay, according to the rules actually which I have already discussed with you, and according to these rules actually I will solve the passage narration. Have you saved something for the future? Have you saved something for the future? Said the rich man. Okay, have you saved something for the future? Said the rich man. No, said the cobbler. Okay, no, said the cobbler. Happy with the present. I am happy with the present and think little about tomorrow. Okay, think little about tomorrow. Actually, an inverted comma, close. No, that would not do. That would not do. Said the rich man. Said the Actually here we find the relationship between cobbler and rich man. Okay, speaker and listener. Said the rich man, I like to see you above want. I like to see you above want. Have this money and keep it. Okay. So my dear learners, in these sentences actually there are speaker and listener. Okay. Actually at first we find, have you saved something for the future? Said the rich man. Okay. Rich man cobbler ke bolche je tumi ki bhobishoter jonno kichu সঞ্চয় করেছো? This is the speech about rich man. Okay. Rich man, ধনী ব্যক্তি. Said the rich man. Okay. No, said the cobbler. Cobbler bolche na, I am happy with the present and think little about tomorrow. তার মানে এতটুকু, this is the listener cobbler. Okay. Actually no থেকে শুরু করে tomorrow পর্যন্ত এতটুকু actually who has said? cobbler বলছে. এবার বলছে নেক্সট অংশ, নেক্সট পার্ট, নো দ্যাট উড নট ডু, না এটা চলবে না. said the rich man, I like to see you above want, have this money and keep it. আমি তোমাকে আরো ভালো পজিশনে দেখতে চাই, have this money and keep it, এবং এটা সাথে রাখো. ওকে. So my dear learners, here you see that from this no, actually all these are the speech of the rich man. এখানে কিন্তু এই অংশটুকু পুরোটা কে বলছে? রিচ ম্যান বলছে. তাহলে at first when we solve passage narrations from direct to indirect speech, at first we have to know that speaker and listener, actually who is the listener and who is the speaker, and we have to know actually কে কোনটা বলছে. my dear learners, এই বিষয়টা কিন্তু আমাদেরকে খুব খেয়াল রাখতে হবে. সো এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করছি have you saved something for the future, rich man বলছে. তাহলে in this way the rich man okay, the rich man, have you saved something? This is the interrogative sentence, so we have to use asked. Okay. The rich man asked if, okay, rich man asked the cobbler. Okay, কাকে জিজ্ঞেস করছে? cobbler কে জিজ্ঞেস করছে. The rich man asked the cobbler. Okay. The rich man asked the cobbler if. Here we find you will follow second person cobbler. If he, এখানে he বলতে কাকে বোঝাচ্ছে? cobbler কে বোঝাচ্ছে. আমরা কিন্তু ব্র্যাকেটের মধ্যে cobbler c বসিয়ে দিলাম. আমরা যদি না বসাই তাতেও কোনো প্রবলেম নাই. Asked if he had will, okay, transferred into had. Okay. Had he had saved something for the future. Okay, my dear learners, I think first part is completed. Actually rich man cobbler কে বলছে তুমি ভবিষ্যতের জন্য কি কিছু সঞ্চয় করেছো? তখন rich man বলছে, the rich man asked the cobbler. In this way we have to use the rich man asked the cobbler if he had saved something for the future. Okay. And my dear learners, in next part, no, said the cobbler. Here we find the assertion of cobbler. cobbler এর কথা এখানে বলা হচ্ছে, I am happy with the present and think about little. Okay. So এতটুকু পর্যন্ত this is the উক্তি or assertion of cobbler. Okay. তাহলে এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করি no থাকলে নেগেটিভলি, আমরা in previous classes we discussed that instead of no in direct to indirect speech we have to use negatively replied. Yes থাকলে আমরা affirmatively replied we have to use. So negatively replied ওকে, সো এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করছি দিস ইজ দ্য অ্যাসারশন অফ কবলার, দিস ইজ দ্য ন্যারেশনস অফ কবলার। সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা হোয়াট ক্যান ইউ ইউজ? দি কবলার negatively replied, negatively no, without instead of no, এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করছি no, নোর পরিবর্তে the cobbler negatively replied, okay, that I am happy with the present and think little about tomorrow, okay, এখানে খেয়াল করছি this is the assertive sentence, সেক্ষেত্রে cobbler he was present indefinite converted to past indefinite according to direct speech to indirect. He was happy with the present and my dear learners, here we find think present form, so we have to use thought. What would be the past form? Thought, okay, and thought about little, thought little about tomorrow. Actually this tomorrow would not transfer because এটাকে near future নিকট ভবিষ্যৎ বোঝালে সেক্ষেত্রে সেটা চেঞ্জ হয় না। টুমরো থাকলে দ্য নেক্সট ডে হয় আমরা জানি অ্যাকর্ডিং টু দ্য রুলস, ওকে, বাট ইট উইল নট বি ট্রান্সফার্ড, ইট উইল ইন্ডিকেটস near future নিকট ভবিষ্যৎ, সেক্ষেত্রে we have to use tomorrow, okay, tomorrow, it will not changed, okay, it will not be changed. Then comes next, actually এতটুকু পর্যন্ত আমরা করলাম, এবার আসি পরবর্তী নেক্সট পার্টে। no that would not do said the rich man, তার মানে এখানে no থেকে শুরু করে এতটুকু পুরাটাই হচ্ছে রিচ ম্যান বলছে, না এটা চলবে না, রিচ ম্যান বলছে, তাহলে সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা নো দ্যাট, এখানেও আমরা খেয়াল করছি নো তার মানে নেগেটিভলি রিপ্লাইড, উই হ্যাভ টু ইউজ, সেক্ষেত্রে দি রিচ ম্যান নেগেটিভলি রিপ্লাইড। নেক্সট পার্ট, দি রিচ ম্যান নেগেটিভলি replied, okay, the rich man negatively replied, okay, replied that, এখানে আমরা খেয়াল করি instead of that we can use it, okay, এখানে আমরা it থাকলে সেক্ষেত্রে it that it would not do, okay, and it would not do, and যেহেতু আমরা next sentence also refers rich man, সেক্ষেত্রে rich man পরবর্তী সেন্টেন্সটাও rich manই বলছে, I like to see you above want and said that, okay, my dear learners, and said that I will follow the rich man, he present indefinite transferred to past indefinite, he liked to see, you will follow cobbler him, cobbler, okay, to see him above want, okay, have this money and keep it, again said, okay, have this money, this is also the narrations of rich man, এখানে পরের সেন্টেন্সটাও কিন্তু rich manই, both narrations, two narrations actually, cobbler and rich man, okay, and last sentence is I like to see you above want, have this money and keep it, okay. In these sentences here we find this is the optative sentence, sorry, imperative sentence, actually if we don't understand actually what it means, order, request, okay, so we have to use told. So according to this way, actually we can write above wanted and told him, okay, above wanted and told him to have that. This will transport to that, okay, to that, to have that money and keep it. Okay, my dear learners. So my dear learners, I think you have understood the passage narrations. Actually these passage narrations actually we see in Kumilla Board 2017 and Dhaka Board 2016. This passage narration is very important. Please practice it. Actually it is your homework tomorrow. Next day you will practice it, okay? And I think if you have any problems, please comment me or please inform me. Actually I will solve it. Okay, my dear learners. So that's all for today. That's all for the rules of passage narration today. My dear learners, I again thank to you to being with me, to stay with me, okay? And I think the class will be very much benefited for you. My dear learners, next classes I will take other rules of passage narration, and next classes I will finish passage narration rules, okay? So my dear learners, I am really very much my dear learners, I am very grateful to you that you attended my classes, and you will benefited, you are benefited lot. So in this way, my dear learners, please stay with us, and before going to outside, actually please use mask, because you know that corona situation is arising. We have to be very much cautious, we have to be very much careful, okay? So my dear learners, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.